What day is it today? I lose track of time. Thursday, right? Just need to do one thing. Ba -ba, ba -ba, ba -ba. Okay. Don't think we need anything. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't leveled up his talents. Let's take this. Ooh, we're gonna run out of the monies. Oh, we're out of more. Maybe I'll do some ley lines. Let's see what's on the weekly to-do list. Defeat 10 bosses, ley line shows, 20 dish. God, I've hardly done anything. How much do we get here? 192, so 156k. Don't know what to do. That's nice. All right. Let's go and do dailies. Actually, condense resin first because I don't need any bosses on this account. Hey Robbie, good morning. How are you? How's it going? Let's go do dailies. I've got a cracking headache.
Stabilize.
Yeah, you said you were going to take a break after your tragic pools. What are you playing at the moment? I'm stuck in this place. Oh no, I'm free.
Everybody stand back! Know my sword! Witness the power!
This is order.
He's still on DL. Oh, I didn't get the thing. Yeah, it's a great game. Great game, great game. Good game, good game. Alright, next. Are you like totally taking a break from the game, or are you burning resin and doing dailies? Doesn't make sense to... Oh, I don't know. To skip out on, you know, resin usage and what's it called? Primo gems. Oh, God, I hate those things you can't get up.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Come on, Zhongli pillar, disappear. Oh, I should just burn this down.
Retribution.
Really, it's having a total break. Okay. No range characters.
Let's light it up.
This is true. It is good to take a break.
Let's light it. Rain outlines your fate.
Oh God, they're gonna break this.
I'm going in. Let me weave you a verse.
But you were pretty burnt out anyway before Zhongli and the banner came along. You seemed like you were bored in the game. I mean, you're building Kaching. You got to be pretty bored if you're building Kaching. Yeah, I don't think I have in the last 6 months. I've had like the occasional day off here and there where I've been out with the family, but I've still logged in like off stream, and even if it was just to condense the resin, and I don't always do dailies because you get so little for them, but yeah, I'd always make sure I condense my resin for the next day.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
But that's probably because I don't play anything else. Do you know what I mean? If I had time to play something else, I'd probably just play something else when bored, like you do.
Rain outlines your fate. Everybody stand back. Rain cutter.
Verdict is my blade. The fairy. Finally, suffice. Solidify. This isn't over.
Teamwork is strength. Let me weave you a...
Burn. For the fairy. Like this.
Or is it just this one left? Alright, fine. Fine. He's level 90 now. Did some farming for the core lapis this morning. His artifacts plus 16. Stats are 41 and 101. And his talents are 668. I've run out of Mora, so I can't take his talents up further.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's Taurus.
Yeah, that makes sense. At least to finish the BP off. Especially as you paid for it. Oh, where am I going? This way. I wonder if I've got any of that more meat on me. Let's have a look. No, I have to go make it. Okay. Do. Oh shit. This is just the same old grind, isn't it? There's no like content, so you're not missing anything really. When you've done everything as well. That's the other thing. I mean, I've still got stuff to do. How about the event though? Are you not logging in for the lantern event? We get like 10 wishes over the week. Like intertwined fates. I'll definitely be logging in for that even if I was taking a break. Okay. But other than that, you're right, there's not really much you're missing. I should really change account. Oh, I've got to use my resin. Oh, okay, that's good. As long as you're not missing out. It's not often they give us free temple. That will give us money most of the time. So I'll come back to this account. Let's just see if we've got enough money to get this to 7. No, not even close. Alright. I'm gonna go to my main. No, I'm gonna go see Tubby first. Then go on my main account. Oh, the resin. I keep forgetting to use the resin. What to use it on? This is just going to be more artifact runs.
Though it is where many things.
This realm is...
That's not quite maxed, is it? There it is. It's double clicking. 500. We can't get anything with 500. One of these. 2 of these. Goodbye. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think only his flower's got crit rate on it. Or is this feather? Feather and flower. I think I need crit rate rolls. Nah, one level. Right, what's the feather on? I guess we won't be doing that. Spirit. Hey Leo, how are you doing today? Well, I'm up to 17. And D2, how's it going with you? You okay? How did you guys do with your wishing?
Same as I remember.
Did you get the characters that you wanted? Alright, let's go to my main account. I'm just going to log out this one. I'll be right back while I log into my main account. Alright, let's get this back on. There we go. The new outfits are pretty good, I think. The alternative skins, they're not as bad as I thought they would be, actually having them on the character models. Okay, so you're 50 in. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll get that. What am I? I need to check my pity on the weapon banner. 1, 2, oh my god, really? 6, 7, 8. Alright. Are you skipping, Leo? That's interesting. Do you have Zhongli? If you already have Zhongli, and you've got enough DPS, then yeah, it's an easy banner to skip. I need to start doing the cryo registering for go and use ascension materials. Yes. What have we got? Yeah, we're gonna need 2 of these. Yeah, and soft pity's at 65 on the weapon banner. I mean, if you have a look, I'm actually 2 of 2 on the epitomized path. I managed to get one of these crap spears and a wolf's gravestone instead of the Amos bow. So I'm trying to make enough wishes as well before the banner ends. Enough primos to get it, because I'm on definite now. I've got 19 days. And if I don't do it, I'll just top up again and get it. But that's what I do. I go single from 70. What's this? Firework launchers. Yeah, so I think on, was it Ganyu? Got her on 77, and I was going single from 70 onwards. So you can save like a couple of wishes, or maybe a bit more, depending on your luck. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just see what my stats are now. Not bad. 59% crit rate, 155 crit damage. She's just low level. Alright, let's go and kill the cryo reg, is fine. To change group. Change group. Yeah, I'm gonna get Ganyu leveled up, and then I think I'll start farming the husk domain again. For this team is not finished yet. But anyway, back to my standard vape team. Let's go. Where is this? This way. What about the talents? Oh, you mean Ganyu's talents? I don't have any of the stuff. I don't have any of the stuff for Ganyu. I'm just like not prepared for her at all. Like the total opposite. On my other account, Zhongli's already level 90. His artifacts are all plus 16. His talent level's 668. And I'm just short on Mora. And I can get him to like 699. Oh, well, on this account I got Ganyu. Oh, the first 5-star I got. First 5-star I ever got was D-Look. I got him on the beginner banner. You know, those first 23 wishes you get? So I had him for ages. Literally just all the time I played, I've had D-Look.
Everybody stand back. Witness the power.
11 digits? I don't do damage like that, D2. I'm not one of those. I don't have C6 characters. I don't have a lot of 5-star weapons either. I just have a few. I was lucky with Ganyu on. Well, yeah, I was lucky to get D-Look at first, but I was lucky getting Ganyu because that was my second 50-50. I won it. But the other account had definite pity, so I got Zhongli. But yeah, the weapon banners screwed me as usual. I didn't learn my lesson from Staff of Homer, where I got 2 Elegy of the Nth, and this time it's a bit worse because I got Vortex Vanquisher, which is dog shit, excuse my language, but I'm using on Zhongli anyway because it's 5-star weapon, you know, it's a bit silly to not use it. But I want to see, once everything's leveled up on the weapon. Oh, where is it? Let's have a look. Once it's level 90. Yeah, it's not that yet. Once it's level 90, I want to just do some comparisons between that and R4 Deathmatch, which I've got. And then we'll see. Because thus far, it's not performing too badly, but it's a polearm that wants the user to stay on field. It's basically a DPS weapon. And I don't really want my Zhongli staying on the field to do damage.
I will have order.
The luckiest wish I ever had was after I got Kazaha, and I was just trying to build a bit of pity, and in the first 10 pull I got another Kazaha. So in 10 pulls I got Kazaha basically, or C1 Kazaha. So that's the luckiest I've ever had. So yeah, within the first 10 pulls getting the banner character. I need these drops. Yeah, unfortunately, Robbie, for you got the 2 Chi-Chis. Oh, what am I doing? Another streamer that Robbie and I watch on Trovo called Anna. She got, was it five stars, Robbie, in 90 pulls? I think she got 3 5-star characters and 2 copies of the Amos Bow, all within 90 pulls. Now that is bloody lucky. Mine was just sort of like standardish luck. Robbie's was really unlucky luck. But yeah, she got like really lucky, man. Which is great for her. I still haven't watched the clip of the stream yet. I need to watch it, but I haven't had time. Yeah, well, you could have basically what happened to Robbie. You could get Chi-Chi. And so that is the fear with 50-50s. I was prepared to get Chi-Chi. I thought I was going to get Chi-Chi because I don't have Chi-Chi yet. I was like, well, I'm going to end up getting her at some point, you know? So I was assuming that I would get her and lose the 50-50 because I won the one before. But yeah, the opposite happened, so I was pretty lucky. But basically, it didn't really save me money. It just made me go and spend my wishes on the weapon banner. So either way, I got got the money, like more money out of me than, you know, I was originally gonna spend.
Let me weave you a verse. Body and
Yeah,
mind,
well,
my soul.
I mean, she's viable now, Chi Chi, because of the new ocean set. She can actually do some decent damage. But yeah, she's not needed, is she? Although saying that, I think the meta will change within the next 1 or 2 patches, where I don't think shielding is going to be as important as it is currently. I think healing is going to start taking over. I mean, they've been teasing that for a little while with the corrosion thing, and now we've got this true damage, you know, an attack that takes the same amount of HP of all of your party members, regardless of who got hit by it. So that means you need like insta healing for everyone, so you need a healer. So yeah, I think the meta is going to change towards healing. Oh, unlucky Leo. That sucks. Yeah, I got lucky with my shout. Won that 50-50. I wonder if like Mihoyo like giving me a breather after I screwed up my wishes when I went for Albedo. Like, you know what, this guy, he's made some mistakes. We'll let him off a little bit. Mistakes have been made. A well-built Bennett can deal with the level of corrosion and stuff we've seen thus far, but that's thus far. And a huge part of Mihoyo's strategy that I noticed in the last half of last year is that they're trying to fix the mistakes they made with the first few characters they released who are really broke, like Bennett. And the way they're doing that is obviously making a support specific for a DPS, and we've seen that since Raiden Shogun. And so eventually Bennett's going to get phased out. He's going to get utility and power crept by specific supports for your main DPS. But we're not quite there yet. But he won't be hanging around for, I don't know, like in about a year's time. Yeah, I think the teams are going to be a lot more niche, and Bennett's just going to be like a beginner friendly character, you know, like to take care of your whole team and stuff and help your whole team out. I didn't think you needed her either, Robbie, because I didn't need her, and you've got Ayaka and I've got Ayaka, and that's the reason I don't need her. So I don't think, you know, that's why I said don't top up again, mate. You're just wasting money on such stuff you don't need. And you've already like wasted so much this month. But yeah, for me it was, I just wanted her. Like I told you, I wanted her since the first time I played her in the Hakushin event. I was like, alright, I want this character, because normally I don't like the ranged characters in Genshin, but Ganyu I quite enjoy playing. That's why I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do with her, because obviously for my freeze team I use Ayaka, so that's why the only other thing I can do with a Ganyu is to make her into being in part of a melt team. And that'll be good, because then I can use my Kazuha again, who I've stopped using, and I can use my Zhangling, who I don't use at all. So there's an excuse there for me to utilize other characters I've got. Having her helps that. Even with Zhongli's shield, he's still on bloody life support all the time. I'm running with Zhongli, Albedo, Jean, and he's still on all bloody life support all the time. Let's go get some material. Yeah, it's just a bit easier to manage, you know. That's all it is with having Zhongli's shield. It just makes it a little bit easier to manage. The main thing with having his shield though on Zhao is you can't get knocked out of your plunges, because if you don't, you know, if you don't have a shield, mobs that can target you while you're up in the air can actually knock you out of the plunge before you come down, and it wastes DPS, you know, like seconds on your burst, so you lose DPS. Yeah, I think they look a lot better, Robbie, than I thought. You know, like when a few weeks ago we were looking at the pictures online, and I haven't seen Rosaria's one actually, because I looked at them on the other account, and I don't have a Rosaria there, so I'll have a look in a second here. Have a look at Rosaria's one. But yeah, I think they look better. Let me just grab my mail and we can have a look at them. Oh, thank you. Yes. But it's funny, they haven't like changed the artwork here for the new skins. They're still the same Mona skin. So they're giving us a splash screen for the new outfit that doesn't show the new outfit. It's like, what the fuck? I like Jean's the best myself. She looks more like a Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius now. Alright, let's go to... There's Jean. So that's a standard one. And that one. I think that looks much better. It's almost the same, but I prefer it. Alright, we'll have that. Let's go and have a look at Mona's one. Yeah, I thought, like, initially I didn't think I was going to like Mona's one, but I don't mind it. It's not that bad. This colour scheme's a bit different. Like, see, like here on the hat. It's a dark blue instead of a light purple. She's got more kind of different colours here. Yeah, it's like that because you get the same noise from the wish, right? And it's the same artwork. So it seems like you're getting wishes, but... Oh, and this has got... So there's stars on outfits. I've never really looked at outfits before, so this is a 4-star outfit. We'll have it for a change. I'll change them all. Just to have a change. Rosaria, yeah, this is the one I haven't seen in-game yet. The thing with Rosaria I don't like is this thing that hangs off her head. It makes her look a bit like a vampire with her skin tone and that. And these long sort of claw fingers, you know, she's got those pointed fingers. She looks a bit vampire-like. And then this is even more black than the original one. So it looks more vampire-like. This top bit here on her boobs looks more nun-like. Because this one is just egregious boobs. Have they been made smaller in this outfit? They look a bit smaller on this outfit. I can't keep the angle. No, they're the same size. She actually looks a bit shorter as well with this outfit. Makes her look a bit shorter. Yeah, that's what all the outfits are about, aren't they, Robbie? They're about that crackdown that's gone on in China now. Where in the media, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, they want, this is their actual words, they said they want men to be manly and women to be, like, womanly, like, you know, like girly, like, so they want, like, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a bit weird here in the West, because those values are like from the 1950s and 60s, Western-wise, and anyway, let's find, who's the last one? Amber. Yeah, with Amber, I thought that they'd totally changed her hot pants. All they've actually done is add frilly bits to the bottom of them. So yeah, still hot pants. Just added some frills at the bottom. There's hardly much different with Amber. They haven't actually covered anything up. Those frilly bits don't really cover up. Let's have a look at her bottom. Ah, you know what it covers up? It covers up those butt cheek lines there. You see that the butt cheek lines that come under her shorts? With this one on, you don't see those lines. So that's what it covers up. That's funny. Anyway, we'll have a change of outfit. I like her gloves being white now. It looks a bit cooler. Yeah, so you can't see anything revealing. But the thing is, with Jean, it's hard. Like with Jean, where is she? Her cleavage was hardly showing in the other skin. Let's see. But there's no cleavage. Is there cleavage there? Oh, there's a tiny little those lines there and there. That's nothing like. Anyway, I prefer this regardless, so it's fine. But it's like the changes they've made have been. I don't know. Is someone really gonna be miffed about that? I don't know. About a bit of butt hanging out, a bit of cleavage showing. I mean, you see worse in real life going out on a Saturday night in London. You don't need to censor in video games, but anyway. That's the law of the land in which Mahaya operates, so they have to adhere to it, right? Otherwise, we all saw what happened to Jack Mao when he got too powerful and too big for his boots. That, you know, the founder of Alibaba, they disappeared him for a while. He was missing for months, and then when he came back out in public, he was like, "Oh, I'm stepping down in my role of this." That basically he stepped down. He's like, "You know what? I don't want to be tortured anymore. Please, guys." That's what he was on. You can't fuck with those people in those countries. There, you do what the law says, or you in big trouble. But yeah, it's just the way things are, aren't they? It's not really for us to like try and dictate our values upon other countries. If it's up to the Chinese people if they want to rise up against the oppression they face. Unfortunately for Chinese people, they're from the day they're born, they're instilled with programming from the media that the Communist Party is actually doing good, and it's actually foreign countries that are doing all the bad. Yeah, and they hide all the atrocities they've committed. It's like you know, I don't know if you know about the Tiananmen Square massacre, which was in 1989, I believe, when some Chinese were trying to, like, quite a lot of hundreds of Chinese protesters in Peking were advocating for democracy, and the CCP sent in tanks. There's video footage, tanks, and yeah, a lot of people died, were massacred at the hands of their own soldiers. But in China, it's whitewashed. None of the Chinese people know about it, and if it's mentioned, they often will turn around and say, "Oh, it's a lie," by other governments to destabilize our own government. So that's how deep the propaganda is for the Chinese people. So the likelihood of them actually rising up against the government in any significant number is very, very low. Oh, hi, Lenny. Why are people on Twitter mad about the changes? I mean, why would you be mad? You can just put leave the original skin on. Where's the bloody problem? Like, I don't get this. Why are people mad about it? I think, like, to be honest, Lenny, it's just all social media. People are mad. I mean, just today I was on Facebook and I can't remember the topic of the article was. It's something to do with about black people being called black people, right? And I made a comment saying, but it was European white people who made that term, right, from European colonies and empires. And the amount of white people that jumped on to start like having a go at me, oh, by saying white people you're being racist. I'm like, but you lot, like, your forefathers coined the term black people, not me. So when I'm using it on you, you're getting pissed off. Like, and it's like, imagine that. That's what I faced my whole life. Because over here they label anyone who's not white in the UK, they label them BAME, BAME, black and Asian, black and minority ethnic. Imagine that. So I'm not even like an actual race, according to the people that run the country who are ostensibly white. I'm just another minority that gets fitted in with blacks. Do you get me? It's ridiculous. Like, and then when you call people out for it, they're like, oh, you're being racist. Well, how am I being racist by using the term that you guys have used for centuries on black people? When I say white people, I'm generalizing. It's like, oh my God. People just get so mad. I'm all right, Lenny, thank you. I'm doing all right. I do try and fight the good fight on social media when it comes to racism, because unfortunately I've suffered it my whole life living in the UK. London, you're a bit more sheltered from it because it's multicultural, but as soon as you go outside of London, you walk into a pub and every fucker in there looks at you like it's like in the Wild West movies where someone walks into a saloon and the tumbleweed blows and everyone's head turns and looks at you like. But in London, you don't really get that. You get, everyone's cool in London. All right, what are we doing with our resin? Resin. I don't know. I'll tell you, every single one of my non-white friends has experienced this going out of the bigger cities in the UK. You go to the smaller, like, towns, and obviously with villages and stuff, where they don't have much integration with non-white people, and it's like you're back in another century. You're like, dude, I'm born here as well, I just look a bit different than you. But yeah, they don't know how to integrate. And then it's funny because then you hear all the politicians saying, oh, such and such communities should better integrate. But I'm like, what about the white people? They've got to integrate as well. We've all got to integrate with each other. It's not about one set of people needs to integrate and the others don't. Everyone needs to integrate together for a multicultural society to work. But yeah, anyway, enough politics. Back to the game. I don't really have a problem with these outfits. I quite like the change. I'm going to keep rocking the alternative outfits for a little while till I get bored of them. It could be artifacts burn, Robbie, but I do need cryoregifine. That was what I was doing, wasn't it? Cryoregifine. I just remembered. Because I want to get Ganyu leveled up to at least 666, and then I'm going to go back and start doing the artifacts for the Geo team, because they still not all, they haven't got good artifacts basically. I've got a lot to do, and then I need to level up Albedo and Goro, because they both get bonus from defense when they are level 90, so they need to get level 90'd. I mean, my Hutao's still not level 90, she's still level 80. I've got so much to do.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword. Huh?
I've got 3. What is this? This is rubbish. Rubbish. Yeah, I used some of the first time ever on the other account this morning. I used some of those lock boxes, when you trade in artifacts, to get some noblesse pieces. I think out of, was it 39 artifacts I traded in, and they were all trashy ones like defense or HP with bad subs. I got 2 decent pieces, 2 decent noblesse pieces. I think that's all right, an all right ratio. It means I don't have to hit the noblesse domain again ever. I can just trade in junk from other domains. Have we done all our dailies? Yeah, we did them all, didn't we? This is a shame. I need to find something to do. We'll go and see Tubby.
This realm is...
We're not going to be able to get many, are we? Like 2 of those, 2 of these? Oh, we can only buy 1 anyway.
If you ever
Alright, so I think it was Albedo's artifacts I was working on. Yes. So bad, the subs on this. At least it's that's got into defense. So we've had a few rolls into flat HP.
silly churl, Billy churl,
Is it really going to take all of these?
silly
Okay.
churl.
HP, yay. Don't care. Trying to get them all to 20. Right, this is the last one. Oh, it's 16. It's a 4-star. Okay, so he's done for artifacts. Where's Gora? The next victim.
Toodaloo.
Oh, the subs are crap on that. I don't want to upgrade that yet. So crit damage. That's terrible. So have I got no better noblesse pieces, really? Well, that's better. Why have I got this one for the defense? Well, that's got defense percentage on it anyway. Let's take this. I want to see what his stats are. Crit rate is the problem. Oh, it's got crit rate hat. It's not a very good one though. Elemental mastery. We must have a better crit rate hat than that. It's almost the same. Like,
Billy
what the
churl,
hell?
Billy churl, silly Billy.
Oh, that's better.
Billy churl. Ooh.
That's an attack. Alright, let's have that. Oh yeah. What shall we upgrade? Yeah, it's funny with the racism conversation when you have it online. You get all these people who've probably like it's that last conversation I was talking about where I got called out for calling white people in a conversation about why black people are called black people, right? And it's funny because most of the people that pipe up about it, it's like this reverse psychology where like people want to feel like they're a victim. Like in this country, I doubt very much white people get discriminated against, right? But it's like they want to be the victim. Everyone wants to be the victim. Everyone wants to have a gripe. And I'm like, you don't want to have this gripe, bro. My whole life I've fucking dealt with this. It's not nice. It's not nice when you're discriminated against through no choice of your own. But yeah, they like Lenny was saying, so they're people that just want to be angry about something. They want to have a cause.
Toodaloo.
Excuse me while I get rid of this moron on the chat. It's good I do it from my phone because it's easier that way.
When the sun's out.
What's his name? Sack_007. You're not a 007, bro. I guarantee you that. If your job is making bot accounts, you're not a 007. You're a goodbye for my chat, that's what you are. Anyway. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's a conversation that has to be had in modern society. Especially like a society that's trying to be multicultural. You can't be properly multicultural until there's no discrimination against certain cultures, certain ethnicities. I don't like using the term race. It's erroneous. We're one race, dude. We're the human race.
Stabilize.
But that in itself, I mean, if you read the history about why we use the term race, it was during colonial empires to
Ring cutter.
perpetrate the notion that we are actually different species, like the different ethnicities, just to perpetuate their empires. The empires were built on white supremacy. That's why all over the world you've got this. Go to any country in the world, right, and black people, racists will see black people as the lowest one. Then it will be like the ones that get lighter progressively until white is at the top. That scale was exported by Europeans. If you look at history in those countries before Europeans got there, they didn't view race in that way. But now everywhere in the world, because the European empires ruled everywhere in the world, and that's why you go to places like India, Africa, China, and they have things like they have creams that bleach your skin to make your skin more white. Check that. That's how programmed, you know, the programming that went on for hundreds of years is still there, the remnants of it in these cultures. So yeah, so excuse me if I call these things out, but then when I call out history like that, I get accused of racism. Somehow I'm prejudiced against white people for calling out what was done in the past by white people. I'm not like, I don't turn around and say, oh, you guys, you white people now, you're the ones that are doing anything wrong in the world. No, I say, like, look at the history to understand why things are how they are. But yeah, people don't want to learn. They want to just stay stuck in their own mentalities. And I don't know how it is in other white majority countries, but in this country, you don't learn about what the bad things the British Empire did at school. You don't learn none of it. You don't learn that they massacred approximately 45 million people in India. 45 million people over their tenure. That's just India. And like the figures are, you know, all estimates because they hid all this shit. They don't want to be seen as the bad guys. They tried to promote themselves as the good guys. Well, the problem but therein lies the problem, right? If people don't care, then they shouldn't have an opinion, right, on social media about it. And my point got made perfectly when I said, like, it's funny how, you know, like when I refer generalistically to people who are white as white people, the way black people call black people, most of the white people get offended at that. And the reason I know they get offended at that is because they always try and say that I'm being racist then. And then that's when I make the point, then don't call black people, right? And they do, and you know why they do that as well? It's back to European colonies. Like when there was slave trade going on, they didn't want to have to differentiate between the slaves who were now in the Caribbean, who are they're no longer African, right? Because they've been there for generations. They're from the Caribbean then. So rather than having to differentiate, like they do in America now, African American or African Caribbean or whatever, Afro-Caribbean, like they didn't want to do that. So it was easier for them to say, oh, it's black people, it's all black people. So look at who started this stuff. It wasn't like, you know, you got to look at history and where these things start, and then you can start saying, right, okay, what is racism then? Because like the guy was trying to call me out. I said to him, but racism isn't generalizing. Racism is using a generalization to then be prejudiced against a minority or a majority, and then discriminate against them. That's what racism is. Because if racism was just generalizing, right, then we wouldn't call stereotypes. We'd call stereotypes racism. Do you understand? But people don't have the bloody sense to think things out logically. Yeah, well, the way I see it is, if people don't care, then they shouldn't like have opinions on the subject. But they suddenly have an opinion when it's like something that they perceive as being racist towards them. And that is basically someone who's got underlying racist tendencies, because they're feeling discriminated against, even though you're not discriminating against them, because you're generalizing, because actually they're people who generalize. And so, and you know, do you see what I mean? You know, like when what's that saying where the person who shouts loudest about something is usually the one that's hiding it? It's that. And so people don't care until they think it's affecting them, and then they get involved in topics that they don't fully understand and haven't experienced firsthand. Well, see, for me personally, Robbie, like I've admitted to you guys before, I enjoy it, right? I enjoy having a back and forth on Facebook, you know, like comment section between a racist or someone who's pretending not to be a racist but has underlying racist tendencies, because eventually I make them slip up, or they just come out with their crap straight away. Like I think it was last week or the week before, this guy was just full on racist to me. Started cussing me, looked on my Facebook, started cussing my wife, sending the camel emojis, saying all sorts of other stuff I won't repeat here. But and that's what I face, just because of how I look. Because I talk politely. I don't cuss on Facebook. I just sort of state the facts. Because when you start cussing, you lose the interest of the person you're talking to. Because then they just want to cuss back. So I don't curse, I don't swear, I give objective points in the best English that I can communicate, and I give links as well to, you know, like to factual history and stuff, and people they will still stick by their guns. And it's like what was that thing, this was years ago on Facebook, this guy said something along the lines of, well, I think most people, when you give them the information and knowledge, and then they're no longer ignorant about a subject, they will change their minds. And the thing is, the actual fact is, the studies have been done that prove that isn't true. Most people stick to their own beliefs, regardless of information given. So I commented, and I said to him, actually, studies have proven that this isn't true. And I linked 2 separate studies, academic studies showing it. And his reply to that was, well, I still think I'm right. I was like, well, you just made my fucking point for me, dude. Like, it was so, I wish I'd screenshotted it. It'll come up in Facebook in my memories at some point, and I'll have to post it again. It was so funny. And I get joy out of that. Like sort of, I find it funny when people just show how foolish they are. But they didn't realise how foolish they are until someone's come along and unravelled the layers of idiocy that they have. Oh, what am I stuck on? What? Oh, I'm climbing. But yeah, I wouldn't, like... See, the thing is, like you said, most people don't care, but that's because most people aren't discriminated because we're in... like countries that are white majority, right? So the majority don't get discriminated against, because it's the minorities that get discriminated against, and that's why I care, because I've dealt with it my whole life. My son's 2 years old, he's going to be growing up here. I don't want him going through what I went through. Or be it, if things get worse politically, it can go back to how it was when my dad came over in the 1960s. He used to get spat on in the streets. He couldn't sit at the front of the bus. You know, there used to be like adverts in hotel windows saying no Irish, because the English hated the Irish. They were racist. I grew up in the 80s as well, so there was a lot of hatred against the Irish then, because they were doing the bombings, like terrorist bombings, and since the Muslims have been doing it now, the Muslims get the stick for doing the bombings. But yeah, there was signs in the windows in my dad's day were no blacks, no Irish, and no dogs. And blacks meant basically no anyone who's not white back in those days. So, like, you know, and God knows about the things he didn't tell me that went on. You know, he must have been got into some fights and all of that kind of stuff. His educated guy came here with a law degree. You know what jobs? The only jobs they would give him? Working in a factory, asbestos factory. He died of cancer. So thank you very much. You know, like your multicultural society that you want to build. But anyway. You know, there's a lot of things that have gone on that I remember, like in the 80s growing up, being anyone who was not white, kids, we were scared of, there was groups that would go around like skinheads, you know, like me, skinheads, and they used to wear big Doc Marten boots, skin tight like jeans, and black bomber jackets with the orange inside, white t-shirt. They were the thugs, the racists, and they would drive around in white vans, basically trying to pick up kids coming home from school and drive them around for a bit in the back of the van, beating the shit out of them, and then dump them somewhere. And that's what I grew up in, right? So when people try and tell me about, oh, these things don't exist, or oh, you shouldn't talk about it, you shouldn't stand up to it. No, fuck that, mate. I've got a kid now. I'm going to try and make his environment better than it was for my time. But anyway. I digress. I digress. That's why I like to bring up the skin colors in Genshin as well about the characters, because when you spin something that you felt your whole life because of other people, yeah, you notice these little things that are all either got a reason as to why they've happened, or they're for a reason to make something happen, like in people's minds. So yeah, I'm big anti-racist. I grew up in, like I said, I grew up in London, right? And we've got everyone here. I've got friends of every ethnicity, so it's a big thing to me. Anti-racism. I don't think most of my stream care about racism, so let's go and do more courage is fine, I guess. I reckon we can probably... I don't think we've got books to level her up. Where is she? Where are you, Gunyu?
Churl, Billy Churl, silly Billy Hilly.
Oh, you're alright, Robbie. Some people do like talking out of their arse, but a lot of people speak a lot more nefariously. Okay. Let's get some hero wits, maybe? How many of these we got? Yeah, let's go and get hero wits.
One climb.
Oh wait, can I get hero wits from the event? Oh, take those. Part 2 of this. Oh, you're gonna log into Genshin. Oh, well, thank you for letting me. I shouldn't really speak about it because here we're here to talk about the game, but obviously it's something that has affected my whole life and continues to affect my wife and potentially in the future my son. So yeah, I'm quite passionate about it, but I just hate it when people that have got obvious racist tendencies then try and flip it back onto me. It's a classic right-wing tactic that right-wing bully boys use, where they want to, when you expose them for having a certain mindset or being a certain way, actually any bully does it, not just right-wingers, but generally in politics right-wingers do it, is they'll then try and flip it on you, that, oh, you're that thing that you've accused them of, that they actually are, and then you waste a lot of energy having to defend yourself rather than staying on point, which is calling them out for their bullshit. I don't want to do a quest, really. Can I not just do fireworks? Make fireworks? Claim gift. Oh, it's her outfit. So that's going to be 5 outfits we're going to get this month for nothing, really. It's quite good. Event shop. What can I buy? Oh, I bought the heroes bits already yesterday, I guess. I think I'll just go and do a ley line.
Clients.
You went through it as well, yeah. That's the thing, when you've gone through it, then you don't mind someone ranting about it because you've gone through it yourself. But when you don't have that experience, it's like anything in life, isn't it? If you haven't done it yourself, you can't empathize with, or gone through something yourself, you can't empathize with someone who has so easily. You can still empathize, but you haven't felt it. Do you know what I mean? Well, I should say sympathize, because you can empathize, because you can have empathy towards a person who's had an experience you haven't, but you can't sympathize with them because you haven't had that experience yourself. I'm looking for this, so I want to condense some resin. Where am I? Yeah, let's go and condense resin. Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I've got no problem with people like not liking me. You know, like my personality and who like that side of me. Fine, like I'm not. We're not always gonna be liked by everyone we meet, our personalities, but if you dislike me or anyone else just because of how they look, that's ridiculous, because that means in your mind you've got a perception based on their looks of how they will behave, rather than getting to know them and seeing if they're a dick or if they're not, and if they're a dick, screw them off. But yeah, it's just so lowbrow. I was reading this study a few weeks ago about there's a correlation between people who've got low IQs and who are racist, and it makes sense, right? If you're stupid, you're gonna think stupid things like color means something. Heart of the Depth or VV? Who is Heart of the Depth for? I guess VV is going to be for your Kazuha, right? Who's Heart of the Depth for?
When the sun's out,
Are
bathe
you gonna? Do you mean you're gonna get the Blizzard Strayer set, the Cryo one, or you after Heart of the Depth? Oh, you want it for Chi-Chi? Maybe. Oh, why have I just done that? I don't know. I'm trying to work out why you want Heart of the Depth. Who you want it for? Let's go and do Hero's Wits. Where's Hero's Wits? Yeah, that one will do. For Ayaka, well, it depends how well built your Ayaka is versus how well built your Kazuha is, I guess. But the thing with your Kazuha is maybe if you've got him built for EM and you're going to go for the C1, I think you were saying, on him. Well, if you get C1 on him, then I think you should be building him for crit rate and crit damage. So it swings and roundabouts, really. Which would you prefer? And also, we haven't got a definite of when Kazuha's coming. I suspect next banner. That's my suspicion, but that's just a hunch, you know. I haven't read any leaks or anything. So, but it's been like quite a long time, hasn't it? Now it's before Raiden Shogun, and if they're doing Raiden Shogun next banner, then I'd expect the other rerun to be him. But if your Ayaka's really not well built, then I'd go for her, because she can. On a freeze team, I find her really good. I don't know if she's got any other uses. I don't know. Can you use her for a melt team? I have no idea. I find like her application of cryo is very fast and with decent damage at the same time. I mean, I think that's alright, isn't it? So you don't really need more crit rate. So, and what about Kazuha? Is he EM? Is he Elemental Mastery or is he crit rate? Actually, I don't know if no, I don't think you should actually build Kazuha crit rate at C1. At C2, I think you should. Because at C2 you get the additional Elemental Mastery when your other characters are in his burst circle. But at C1 you just can reset the cooldown of his E. Oh, so he's crit rate now. Okay, in that case, then I'd probably go for like trying to get him EM gear. I've been toying with trying to farm a bit more EM gear myself, because of her, but that'll be really far down the line if I do. I could just take Venti's gear off him actually. What? He's only got 500 and something. Yeah. Anyway, I don't care. Oh. I don't really care. You got you. Nice. I don't think I've got the money to send you. Oh yeah, I've just got enough. Be left with 7k.
Could we maybe find a peaceful resolution?
Right, so she scales off crit damage.
Never mind, doesn't matter.
Kind of found that. Let's have a look now then. It's not bad. Talents. I don't think I've got anything to level up her talent. Oh, I have. Ooh. Let's go and do more ley line with my last resin. Let's see what happens. Resin, resin, resin.
Solidify. This is order.
Thank you, long animation.
Rain outlines your fate.
Alright, let's see. Gone you, where are you? Talents, we definitely want this one. Oh, I can't take them higher, really. Right, and this, I might as well take them all. Okay. I'm just gonna take as far as I can. No monies. Okay, one more level, down to 500 more. Oh, I'm always broke in all the games that I play like this. Every MMO, RPG, anything. Always bloody broke. Always getting the upgrades and not having the money. What else is there to do today? Let's have a look. It's nice that you can teleport here now to the Jade Chamber. Maybe I will do a little something. Let's have you lot. New character, new outfit. Yeah, I mean, Mona's butt is a bit more hidden because this outfit is dark, but it's still there. I can still see it, but really what is covered up is like how accentuated this part was. You know, before with a jumpsuit that came down like that. Yeah, the butt is still there. It's just not on display as much. Alright, anyway, enough talk about Mona's butt. Oh, I guess we're gonna go and have to see Kaching. At least we get some hero wits. More hero wits. More hero wits. Let's go. Okay, up to the Jade Palace. Chamber, Palace, whatever. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Lula has that same, like that, her butt. Just she's got a fatter ass
I've made
than
all the
Mona.
necessary
and even packed some handmade snacks. Oh, that reminds me. I've also prepared some launch tubes made by Pony. I hope the Adepti will like them. Is there anything else I should bring? Good. In that case, let's first pay Madame Ping a visit in the city before heading out to Jueyun Karst.
Okay, where do we have to do? Go to Yongjin Terrace to pay Madame Ping a visit. Alright. Let's go this way. I like the colour scheme more, but I think I prefer the older outfit on her. Yeah, but even though I wasn't too keen on the older outfit, I do kind of agree that Mona's a bit more. I know her original outfit was showing perhaps a bit too much. It looked more like a swimsuit than a witch's outfit. Who is she with Cleet? Oh, it's the Yanfei, isn't it? She's with the Yanfei.
The festive season is upon us. This is no time to be running hither and thither. You should relax and enjoy the season.
I get it, Granny, but you know, having lots of clients is a good thing.
I'm sure it is, but really, child? Who could be seeking your help during the lantern rite?
You'd be surprised.
Madam Ping! Happy Lantern Rite!
It's a pleasure to see you again, Madam Ping. How are you?
Oh dear, well, look who's here. I'm so glad to see you all in time for the festival.
Hello, traveler. Long time no see. Oh, and Lady Kuching is here too.
You're so rude, Kaching. She didn't even say hello. She's just like,
Small gifts for you to celebrate this festive occasion. There are some seasonal goods, 2 bolts of fine silk, and some exotic flower seeds which I picked specifically for you, Madam Ping. I brought all the lighter gifts with me, but the silks are still on the way. I just submitted them for delivery, so I'm sure they'll arrive in good time. Please, accept our
yeah,
humble
it's
gifts.
true, isn't it?
I hope you'll find them to your liking. Wow, those gifts sound
Even
marvelous.
some things on the different size body types are similar. Like on all the female models, their arms from like here, from your elbow to the hands, are basically the same. They're just a bit longer.
Please enjoy them.
And the way, like, when you go to the character screen, the way they move their hands, you can see it, and you're like, okay,
I presume
they've just taken that and did that with
you
it.
should be over enjoying
One of my friends, when I was a teenager, he used to develop games for 16-bit systems, and that's how long ago it was.
decorations yourself,
He had a
Kuching.
computer called the Commodore Amiga, and we used to help him
So,
by colouring in
go and see
certain, like, so he'd make a file for us with what he'd call a kit, and so it was the same thing. The kit, like, in different bits of bodies were interchangeable with other characters. It was a fighting game like Street Fighter, so you could take an arm off one character and stick it on the other, and then you just have to colour it in deluxe paint, which was like Photoshop of the day, and then it was ready for the other person. And to help him with production, like, a few of us friends, we all jumped in when we were teenagers, and we were just doing the colouring in basically in our own time. And yeah, it's basically the same development method where you've got a kit and you can take pieces off and rearrange those pieces with others to make a new looking character.
That's right. There are no holidays in my line of work.
He still works in game development, actually. He lives out in Hong Kong.
That sounds
Makes mobile games now.
cool. Paimon can't imagine a life without holidays.
Well, though there are no set holidays, I
do get to decide on my own schedule, I can always budget some time to relax. Otherwise, I would always look exhausted in front of potential clients. It'd be hard to land new cases after leaving a terrible first impression. Besides, what's the saying? Ah, yes. A rested worker is an efficient.
I was there many times when I was supervising the festival construction, but I haven't been there since. I was planning to go after I finished my work, but the work keeps piling up. I ended up completely forgetting about it. Yes, I should take the opportunity to show you
It's really
around
bright
my
outside.
place. But first, we should head to Joyun Karst. If you'll excuse us, Madam Ping. We'll be leaving now. Let's see. Which adeptus shall we visit first?
Go to Mount Akong to pay Cloud Retainer a visit. Okay. Where are you, Cloud Retainer? I just want the hero's wits. That's why I'm doing this.
She usually stays inside her abode, so she'll be super easy to find.
All right. Cloud Retainer it is.
Huh, I'm here.
It's gone, you.
The festive season is fast approaching. What brings you to one's abode? Has the Ministry of Civil Affairs simply run out of work for you to do?
I can't just come and pay you a visit.
Just around the corner.
It's so rude,
I
Cloud
decided it's a
Retainer.
good time to take leave
Just
and
come
pay
to
you a
see you.
visit. But, where are Mooncarver and Mountain Shaper?
Them? Oh, don't even get one started. Oh, is that not the Traveler and the Yuhong too? A rare visitor indeed.
Happy Lantern Rite, everybody!
Greetings, Venerable Adeptus. And greetings, Ganyu.
Huh? Lady Kutching. I didn't expect to see you here.
The Yuhong of the Chising. Here. Most fascinating. Most courteous of you to travel hither and pay your respects. What is the purpose of your visit, if one may ask?
It's the festive season, and on behalf of the Qixing, I'd like to give you our regards. Please, accept our humble gifts.
As the governing body of Liyue, the Qixing must be busy with a myriad of affairs. And yet, you still take the time to visit one in this mountain abode. Eminently considerate of you. Oh, what an amusing cylindrical device. I wonder what that could be.
This is a new type of firework which has been modified by the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've heard that you are fond of gadgets, so I've brought one for your amusement. Cloud
It's such a shame with Kitching. I really like her design.
opposed to us. She is still
But yeah,
skeptical of
maybe in the future.
ruled by humans.
Once I'm bored like you were, maybe I'll build her a little bit.
Young to handle it.
A little bit more.
No matter. With time, our strength will become apparent enough. Before then, we should try to give her a good impression. Good thing I came prepared. Cloud Retainer has a great interest in gadgets, so she will certainly appreciate this gift. Ganyu has said that Cloud Retainer is very picky about food, so I make sure not to bring any snacks to avoid upsetting her. I've given everything thorough consideration. It should all go well.
Goodness me. Whoever would have thought? Oh, my, how very interesting. It is intricate, with ingenious design, and is aesthetically agreeable.
Yes. Judging from Cloud Retainer's expression, it seems this gift was a success.
Very good. One shall gladly accept this device. One surmises from Ganyu's words that you also wish to see Moon Carver and
I
Mountain
think
Shaper.
my son is awake.
Your timing is most unfortunate.
Oh, are they not home? Oh, we wanted to see them too.
I'm gonna take him out this afternoon.
Fossils. Moon Carver has been most anxious to see how Liyue.
I'll give him a minute to play in his bedroom and then
Agreement was clear.
finish up this.
Liyue is now in the hands of the Qixing, and he cannot simply roam into the city and begin supervising others' work as he pleases. So one tried to persuade him otherwise, proposing that if he could not be placated, he could go to the city disguised as a human and take a brief look around. Alas, he is too stubborn, too proud. He would have none of it. Thereafter he left, claiming to have gone traveling. He has not returned since. Mountain Shaper, however, is more open-minded. But he said he wished to look for something new with which to defend the tranquility of his mountain. He told one that he was leaving in search of treasures, and one has not heard from him since. Wait,
Huh? What's everybody doing here?
this voice. Is it Shenhe?
Oh? Oh? So Shenhe's here too. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
It's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? Everyone decides to visit Cloud Retainer on the same day at the same time.
Hello, everyone.
Shenhe, this is Ganyu. You have most likely heard of her.
Oh, hello. I'm Ganyu. I work at Yujing Terrace. I've heard that you returned to Liyue Harbor recently, so if you need anything, please feel free to come to me.
I will. Thank you. I brought some food from the city. I heard that during Lantern Rite,
I'm just gonna go and check on my boy. I'll leave this playing.
so here I am.
Oh no, I made a point of not bringing any food offerings. Is it going to be okay?
Oh, and you even brought food for those two old fossils.
That's right.
After barely a few days in the city, you have learned so much. Thank you for these delectable edibles, Shenhe.
Huh?
Everyone, you shall all be staying in Liyue Harbor in the future. One should like to think that you will all look out for each other. Is that understood?
Will do. Yes, understood.
This place is much livelier than I'd imagined.
I didn't hear her, Obi. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Because someone's woken up, hasn't he? And we'll be back tomorrow, won't we, baby? We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I don't have him tomorrow, so I'll be here for a long stream, hopefully 4 or 5 hours. So I will hope to catch you guys then. Thanks for joining, and have a good day. Yeah, we'll see you later, guys. Adios.